you.
Wouldn't be getting away from that after you'd had a chop, would you?
I show you the other. This yours the pictures of the.
Look at that in there. How delicate is that? Up early this morning just to show you guys who haven't camped in a desert before just how beautiful it is. There's absolutely no one around for miles and miles and miles. We're in the Black Rock Desert at the moment. We're camped just over the back there in that little, by that little tree. Just thought I'd have a little walk about this morning. Don't really know what I'm expecting to find. There's no sign of any snakes or anything. There's just us in the wilderness. There's a lot of mist on the ground this morning. As you can tell, I've got my buffalo top on and my CampervanCulture beanie. It does get slightly chilly very early morning. Last night was pretty warm actually. Probably the warmest night we've had since we've been away. The days are really hot, up to like what, 30s, something like that. So what is Morocco like? Morocco's amazing. People are really friendly. Yeah, the best people we've met actually, the people that we've met on the road, just stop places. One very special moment comes to mind when we met a young lady and her two kids. We just had a sandwich, just spending time with those guys was good. The people are generally very honest people. We haven't had any trouble with police. We haven't even been pulled over at any of the roadside roadblocks. And it's got to that point in the trip now where I don't know how many days in we are. I started off, day 1, we're here, day 2, I don't know what sort of day it is now. I know it was New Year the other day. I don't know if it's Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know if it's the 4th, 5th. Yeah, it's a great place to be actually. Takes a while to get into that mindset, I guess. Yeah, it is good to stop though and get supplies. I'm really enjoying going through the small towns at the moment. Yeah, like you get a place that sells chicken, a place that sells meat, so like beef or lamb, and then a place that just does veg. It's like every shop's got its own sort of purpose, like in the old days, I guess, in the UK. It really reminds me of when I did an overland trip to Cape Town years ago. Just brings me right back. It feels like I'm really in Africa, which I am. So we've just helped this Berber gentleman out. His motorbike has run out of fuel, so we just gave him the last little dregs out of Al's petrol stove. So hopefully that'll get him on his way. Thought we'd do something slightly different and offer him a cup of English tea, and he hated it. New? 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 This? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? This? 4, 5.
T25technique.com.
So we've decided to stay at Cherby for a day or so, well, whole day at least. We're going to just give the van a sort of mid-trip inspection. I've just looked on top of my bash plate and there's about 4 inches of desert on top of there. Also want to clean up my filter properly. The pre-filters have been doing a good job up until now. I've checked the little cyclone filter at the end of the filter housing and it didn't look like it had any new coloured dust in there, so the external ones are doing a great job. Oh my god. Take a look at this. Oh man. Tempted to keep the engine shroud off actually. It's supposed to keep crap out, not keep crap in. Bash plate there. Oh Jesus. I need to get that dropped. That crap out there. Sheesh. I emptied this the pre-filter just before we started the really dusty stuff. There's only that in there, not too much at all. I've got a TDI conversion, that's why I've taken the housing out. It's a little bit different than standard because of all the charge cooler and that sort of thing. So the inside isn't looking too bad, so there's nothing getting through though. And yeah, the filter seems pretty bloody clean actually. Actually that's very clean. That's very surprising considering the amount of dust we've been through.
My sweet thing, we will find a way out of my bed. Once in my life you decided to stay. It was the best morning I ever had. You stroked my back with your head. It reminds me of last night. We started the evening at the small cafe. Before we get blinded by the lights, talking to everybody your words. I had none but I felt fine, tumbling through the night like summer rain. I believe in you will shine. My sweet thing, we will find a way out of my bed. Once in my life you decided to stay. It was the best morning I ever had. 2 blocks down from my flat, park swims in the morning light. I dive into the purple grass with nobody on my side. In my pocket, cold keys remind me of my bed. And the next days will be the last days, rude and sad. Behind the line you hide your face in the dark. My heart glows like the first spark. And the next days will be the first days in the park. My sweet thing, we will find a way out of my bed. Once in my life you decided to stay. It was the best morning I ever had.
Time for a little walk, evening stroll with the drongo. Okay. We're camped just at the back there. And if you can see the vans from here, going up Palm Tree. Just heading out to the dunes for sunset. Gonna take a look. Well, here we go. I walked out here last night actually, but I was quite annoyed. Battery ran out on the camera, so I thought I'd come out again this evening. Yeah, this sand goes on for miles and miles and miles. It's pretty impressive. It's quite tiring to walk on as well, actually, and very easy to get lost. The way we find our way back is, look what Isaac's doing. He's making a line for us to follow back.
Looking pro, Jed.
Went to fill up the holes then. Stood there for about 10 minutes and realised there's that many holes in the hose, the water wasn't even coming out the end.
Had a good couple of days relaxing at Okeechobee, which is the big set of sand dunes near a place called Mazuga.
Yeah.
And heading off now towards a place called the Dura Valley, which will basically loop us round and take us to our next bit of off-road driving, which is another set of dunes called Chigaga, and a big salt flat called Lake Ariki. Decided to do this section on tarmac just because we can, basically. We would have been doubling back on ourselves along the same route we'd already driven, and it was pretty punishing. So we're going slightly out of our way to drive the tarmac, but to be honest it'll probably be faster anyway. The Dra Valley's supposed to be really, really beautiful, so we're looking forward to getting there and seeing what that has to offer. Probably camp out around Segura somewhere, I think. Give ourselves a full day to drive into Chigaga and the Ariki salt flats. Jed's just out in front of us there, leading the way. A little bit of footage for Mario. Not quite the same as when I left it, hey. We stayed last night in Zagora and have driven south this morning to a place called Mamid, where we've taken a piece that goes off into the desert, as you can see around us. It's got pretty sandy. Just making our way west across to, I think the destination's Tata. Going to stay a night out in the desert out here. There's quite a long way to try and make it in one day. So we're going to find somewhere in a couple of hours, make some food.
It's rained out here for quite a while.
One night to be confused, one night to speed up truth. We had a promise made, 4 hands and then away, both under influence. We had
that's just to marinate the...
to know.
Yeah, we'll stick it in.
Mind is a razor blade, to call for hands of above, to lean on, would it be good enough? One night of magic rush, the star to signal time, one night to rush and swing, and then ring 10 days of perfect tunes, the colors red and blue. We had a promise, we were in love, to call for hands of above, to lean on, wouldn't be good enough for me, to call for hands of above, to lean on, wouldn't be good enough for you knew the hand of the devil, and you kept us awake with closed teeth, sharing different heartbeats in one life. To call for hands of above, to lean on, would it be good enough for me now? To call for hands of above, to lean on, would it be good enough?
Great things come from small beginnings.
gonna shine again. I know the sun is gonna shine again. Yeah, I know. After the winter's gone, I know the sun is gonna shine again.
Well, after another day off-road driving, we're down near Mohammed. There's a big dune down here. Listen, absolute silence. We're on our own out here. It's real desert. Look at the dunes at the back. They're gone for miles, 40 kilometres I think. There's a well over there. We managed to get some water. We're trying out our new hot water system, shower system, which worked well. As well as the roadie Overland cook kitchen. Well, I've used it loads this trip. It's amazing. It's a prototype we're trying that fits inside of your spare wheel. The ones that we've been selling for ages, we found them slightly too big for travelling around. So these have been developed especially for us to try out. So yeah, we're pleased to say that we can give the thumbs up with the manufacturer of those when we get back. Alan's just doing a Jamaican, well, it was going to be goat curry but we could only get beef, so Jamaican beef curry. Yeah, just sat here chilling out really. Just haven't really got much more to say apart from feeling really content at the minute. Trip's going really well. Got a big drive tomorrow off on pistes, off road. There's salt flats over there. Give those a go. Yeah. So just waiting for dinner now, and Louise has got half a bottle of wine I might steal. But yeah, we managed to get a couple of beers last night. The first time since Fez, we saw him in a supermarket. We haven't seen a supermarket since. It was probably about 2,000 kilometres ago. Yeah, everything's really cool at the minute. Just wouldn't think of anywhere else I'd rather be actually right now.
Just let me rest up here before I wind my way back home. Oh, my tired old feet, wind dancing all around my bones. Please let me rest up here, some shelter from the cold. Shine again, I know. The sun is gonna shine again, yeah, I know. After the winter's gone, I know. The sun is gonna shine again, yeah, I know, I know, I know.
Well, we've been asked loads of time about recovery equipment, and there's nothing put together that's a fully comprehensive toolkit. So these are now available on the web shop, so we just put this together so you can just buy it in one bulk package. Together in this waterproof dry bag, so all your equipment's together in your vehicle. As you can see, it's quite small and could probably fit underneath the seat. case. We want to be on solid ground there. Al's on soft ground where the vehicle's stuck, and so we need to join the straps together. You must never ever join two straps with a shackle, because that's a missile ready to be launched if the straps fail or if the jacking point fails. The reason we've done two colours is so you know exactly where you are with these. So it's red into black through the loop and black over red. Now when we pull these together, you get this figure of 8 affair. Now if you pulled those, they would bind and you'd never get those undone. So you've got to put something in there to reduce the friction. I usually use a magazine of some sort, or you can use grass. But one thing that everybody carries in Morocco is a Chris Scott Morocco Overland book. So we'll be using that in this instance. Fold it over, put that in the gap. That will stop your straps from binding and you'll be able to take those out afterwards. We use the safety straps simply because if this shackle, I mean the shackles we use are pre-tested so that they're not going to fail, but you never know about towing points and stuff like that on various vehicles. So if that was being pulled and that let go, that is a missile and that will kill you. So just as a backup, we use these safety straps. So just find a nice anchoring point. This case is my bash plate. It's not going to take any weight if it goes, it's just going to stop that shackle from flying off and killing somebody. And working very methodically and clearly. Put your hand through that loop, pull that through there like that, then put your towing strap through there, get your shackle, attach the shackle to the vehicle, and once that's fully tightened, just ease the pin off quarter of a turn and just make sure that's around there. So if that does fail, that'll pull and the safety strap will catch the shackle. Okay, now with all that done, we're all set up, all the tension's been taken out of the tow strap. The Chris Scott book's working well there, and we just use the bag just as a fluorescent marker. So we know exactly if we are being moved backwards and forwards. That'll give me a good view out of the van. Al's van's right hand drive, so he'll be using that, and I'm left hand drive. So I'll be using that as a reference as we're towing.
essential of you and me. It's like a book elegantly bound, but in a language that you can't read just yet. We gotta spend some time, love. You gotta spend some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. I will possess your heart. You gotta spend some time, love. You gotta spend some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. I slowly pass, and I long for this mirrored perspective when we'll be lovers, lovers at last. You gotta spend some time, love. You gotta spend some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. I will possess your heart. You gotta spend some time, love. You gotta spend some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. I will possess your heart.
Bit of a sandstorm this morning. Can't really see too much. Relying on the GPS.
I will possess your heart. Some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. I will possess your heart. You gotta spend some time, love. You gotta spend some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. I will possess your heart.
Just stopped in a town called Squid. It's at the end of the long piece that we've been driving from Zagora across to here, basically through Ergchigaga and Lake Ariki. Been a couple of days, basically stayed out in the desert last night. We've just made it here, and we want to inflate the tyres again after all the rough tracks we've been doing, but Jed's compressor, the thermal cutout, keeps switching it off, so Jed's gone to find if he can find somewhere that can inflate the tyres for us. The girls have gone off to do a bit of shopping, a bit of meat and bread, etc. Staples. It's quite a strange little town, mostly military outside of it. There's some sort of crazy market going on, looks like a mad street side car boot sale really. And we're heading off west towards a place called Tata, and then probably north to Tafraout. There's a lot of rock engravings and these big blue painted stones and things around that area. So yeah, we're going to head off west there and see what has in store for us. After that, I think it'll probably be across to the coast, maybe a bit further south. There's a place called Plage Blanche, or Plage Blanc, I can't remember which it is actually. There's a lot of piste you can drive along the beach down there, I think, big rock arch and some other interesting bits and bobs. So yeah, let's see how we get on with all that.